Terry is, I don't want to be Chicken Little here, but I mean, this is a development. This is a development.
It is.
And by the way, I will say this: knowing sports like I do and you do, I think I don't want to shoot down. Who is it? You said France. They would play the winners. Would play. So France has moved on.
But France has plenty of NBA players. But
France
still
has moved on to the gold
absolutely.
medal game on Saturday. I think it is. With that said, no disrespect to France, I get the feeling, I've watched a lot of sports, if the U.S. spits this hook out, they'll roll to the goal.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I think.
Yeah, I think so. And it's, Wembanyama and Gobert are all NBA guys, all pro, all NBA
that's what's
kind
waiting.
Guys. Yeah, but I just don't think they just don't have enough. Like him on a given night having to go up against Anthony Davis or having to go against Bam Adebayo, one of those guys. But he's got Joel Embiid as well. Like he's got a heck of a task in front of him. And if he was a scoring big, he could shoot it a little bit. It would change his game. But Wemby's doing it all.
And Wemby doesn't have his man body yet. He's 2 or 3 years away from his man body.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. He looks he's still a little bit too thin. I don't think he has to get a lot of muscle. Yeah. But it will help him.
Another bomb.
Oh, that's a Serbian shot.
Absolute bomb by Serbia.
Bogdanovic, man, he's an NBA player. I remember before he went to the NBA, he was with Fenerbahce in Turkey, and he carved out a great career for himself. He was in Atlanta, I think the Jazz, maybe New York now. Maybe New York with
they play fundamental. Man.
Yeah, they play fundamental.
They play
fearless too. Like they're fearless. They don't care.
All right, folks, we're kicking things off here. It's a Thursday. We're live, of course, our Thursday location, Sliders Oyster Bar, featuring, of course, the best seafood, the freshest seafood you'll find. Safe Harbor seafood all over the menu. Patrick, how much do I love this place? I have 2 business meetings here at Sliders and a 2-hour show. I've already had a 2:00 meeting here.
Yeah.
I got
Is that with Dean?
No, another person.
Okay.
Dean McQuitty might be here a little bit later.
Okay.
And then I got meetings and shows. I'm just hanging out here all day and night.
Yeah. Surprised. Well, I guess I can't say I'm surprised. People are still working.
Yeah,
4 o'clock.
Quit working.
I was about to be a little judgmental, like, man, where's everybody at?
Yes. Well, we're kind of working.
It's Thursday. Yeah, we are.
We are kind of working.
We are. We're getting it done.
Hey, did you hear? No, staying with the Olympics for a little bit. And by the way, you can chat with us. We'll try and follow our chat line here during
Please do.
show. We would love for you to do that. Speaking of the Olympics, staying with the Olympics, Noah Lyles. What's the deal? He's got COVID.
Stop.
Does he have COVID? And
I didn't hear
I blame that dirty river. I'm telling you, that filthy, dirty river. What a bad idea to bring the entire world next to that. I think he tested positive. Is that right?
Yep.
It's that river. I think that river is where COVID started 8 years ago, 7 years.
Wow.
Patrick.
Dude.
That river is filthy. Not that he's a swimmer or triathlete, but you're too close to that dirty river.
You're way too close. You're way too close. Are you kidding me?
Right? Doesn't water kind of evaporate up into the air? And dude.
Yeah, that nasty. Those, what I remember learning, acid rain. You get this rain that was acidic, and it would destroy trees. I'm not sure how that all works, but it's not good. No, in any scenario, it's not good, Terry.
No, it is not good. And I wonder. I'm being serious for a moment. That dirty river has there have been negative stories, and there always will be. The host of the Olympics, Ocean City, will have some negative stories. You can't help it.
Can't help it.
The most negative story is probably that dirty, filthy river. And you wonder, Patrick, what will all this international press do? I mean, serious to tourism.
Yeah.
In France.
Yeah. If people are paying attention. Yes. Because I think I saw that there's some swimmers that are trying to drink something to detox their body for swimming in that water. It's making them sick.
I think I read where some of them are thinking, well, if we drink Coke, the acidic
I'll be willing to
Coke,
do anything, man.
Coca-Cola will do it. So, wow, a lot going on, man. How about this? I'm just bouncing topics. We've got a lot to cover here on the program. We hope to hear from Dr. Aaron Bates also. He was so busy yesterday we couldn't do our normal sports medicine segment on Wednesday. We're going to try and do that at 5 o'clock and talk some sports injuries with Dr. Bates from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. I've got a bunch of other Olympic stuff we'll get to. Also, some Major League Baseball stuff.
White Sox?
White Sox.
The White Sox.
They're done. They lost again.
They got to win.
They had a one yesterday. Or 2 days ago. They lost last night. They're back on a streak. I looked up the White Sox this year. they've had very few back-to-back wins. They've played 117 games, 3, 4, 5. I think I counted like 7 back-to-back wins all over the schedule in 117 games, Patrick.
My goodness.
117 games. Hey, how about this?
Too much.
We are 1 week away from does FSU do it?
Right.
Or do they not do it with regard to the ACC? Do they petition and say, we're officially saying.
What's the date? August 15th?
August 15th. It's a week from today. What do you think? I wonder what they're going to do, if anything.
Can it be a thing they keep in their back pocket and try to push off again, or they can't?
I don't know. Well, if they don't, they can't get out for. I don't know.
Another
2 years.
Yeah.
Or something. But contracts are contracts, though. I mean, when can you not get out of a contract if you really want?
Oh yeah, but
you can buy your way out,
man. Like, will the ACC want to keep somebody in the ACC that doesn't want to be in the ACC?
I know. That's one of the big things here is what's the ACC's play? Just the money grab, get as much of that $500 million or whatever, which they're not going to get. That's got to be the ACC because
I would think
you just said the last thing you want to do is force a team to stay in a conference they don't want to be in. It's a bad marriage, right? That's a bad marriage.
It's a bad marriage, absolutely, from the get-go.
Real big bad marriage. But
I'm not sure if there's anything the ACC could have done differently post last season's not making it to the playoffs up to this point.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything that they could have done to salvage their relationship with the ACC. I think it was well decided.
When it all went down last year and the lawsuit was formed by FSU, they were putting it together and it leaked. What FSU did lawsuit-wise backed up what I had FSU fans all over me last year, and I go, no, they did not deserve that spot because their conference was so bad and their schedule was so bad. No. I said, I'm telling you. Well, if you remember almost a year ago when FSU drafted up their lawsuit.
Yeah.
You remember who they sued? Did they hit another one?
No, bad pass, turnover.
Oh, boy. If you remember almost a year ago when FSU took this and put together, they crafted their lawsuit. They didn't sue the selection committee. I thought it was very, very damning. You know who the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Yeah, ACC.
They said, you fumbled the ball so bad you didn't keep us to the stature. That's why we did. They didn't sue the committee.
Dude, you go undefeated in the season, dominate the conference, and you're not able to make it. Yeah, you can't blame the committee.
And, Patrick, as a matter of fact, FSU, and I'm paraphrasing here, basically said, we don't blame the committee for not picking us, for picking Alabama. We don't blame them because our conference dropped the ball by not staying relevant enough, and 13-0 in our conference is not as good as 11-1, 12-1
right.
in a big boy conference.
Right.
That's the bottom line.
I wonder, like, for Florida State, what would make them, for ACC and if this is going to happen, what is that middle ground look like? And we've said it multiple times of some type of settlement to get out. I just wonder if there's ever going to be buyer's remorse for Florida State.
Good point.
Great point. You just wonder if, like, because the grass is not always greener.
No.
To be in the ACC to be in the ACC right now, you can dominate that league and you can build a legacy. Kind of like if they can keep winning the league, they're going to be in the playoffs every single year. That's the thing, Terry. It's like it's a good chance of it. Now that things have changed, I don't know. Did Florida State take into mind the new 7+? Sure, they did 7+5, 5+7. Format. If it was still the 4-player format, I get it.
Yes, get out.
4-team, get out of there. But the way that it is now, you got an automatic bid. You just got to beat Clemson.
Yeah.
And you can even lose the Clemson.
But I think, and we've talked about this before, I think part of the motivation is you're going to go 10-2, 9-3 a lot more than you're going to go 12-0, 11-1.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's a lot of the motivation.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
that's a lot of, and they go, we see it on the raw. If we go 9-3, 10-2 in this weak conference, we're going to miss. We're going to miss. Man,
I just wish, gosh, where was the forward thinking, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, the push was like, hey, man, we got to, like, because it's not like the NCAA tournament, March Madness wasn't around. To think, oh, man, this isn't right.
Why don't we do this?
One loss. You think the fans are going to be mad?
Yeah.
You one loss, one extra game to allow these teams for everything they work. Because it's like you have that one loss, and then that could have been, you make a great run, become number one team, and that might not be enough to make it.
Well,
back then.
The reasoning why it took college football so long to even have a playoff. The reasoning, I don't necessarily agree with it, but the reasoning was the game of college football was always trying to preserve the sanctity of the bowl games.
Okay,
bowl games.
They didn't think that they could. And I mean, they've done a beautiful job of it.
They've done a beautiful job.
Job of it.
I mean, they're in the rotation. The bowl games are.
But that's why what you said with
Yeah.
You think the NFL isn't thinking of the possibilities? Oh, you think we're gonna lose money?
Yes, exactly.
You know, you
think
NCAA
we've got a playoff
chumps.
so we can lose money. We're the NFL. Yeah.
Right. You think you're gonna lose money? You think people aren't still gonna attend bowl games, that you can't still make a way? You know, the one thing I don't like is I don't like the NCAA new trophy. I miss the crystal football. It's that
they had the crystal
golden,
but now they got the
thing, and it's flat black, and it looks like a football. I miss the glass.
All right,
the crystal.
Let's cancel the game. Let's just cancel the game. I'm with you though. The glass was good.
I remember
sat
when,
on a little tripod thing.
Yeah. You remember when Billy Donovan played a prank on the guys and dropped it? Yeah. That's awesome.
I saw some of Billy's speech to the Gator football team. That was
good, man.
Good speech.
He's good.
I don't know what it does on the field, but that was a good speech.
Well, you know, you hope.
Was he a good locker room guy?
Yeah, great locker room guy. Yeah, I think great coaches, they understand that nothing needs to be complicated. You know, especially when as a coach you really believe in your team, you want them to make sure that they believe in themselves and to make most of the moment, because that's what he has constantly told us. That's what he told the first championship team. You know, be in the moment. This is it.
Yeah.
You know, you guys don't have another shot after this to play in this game, to play with these guys around you. And, you know, I just been thinking I'm just going to piggyback mostly with what he's going to say. Like, belief in your team, it requires, like, sometimes someone's belief's going to be a little bit low after they had a bad game. You got to lift those guys up. You might have an outcome that you don't want. Do you still believe in your team that, you know, because you can lose 2 games now and still make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
So it's going to be a big year about response, being ready. Obviously, you know, because there's so many things. Like, we can talk about the offensive line, defensive line, positions, et cetera, but it's those hustle plays, Terry. It's the broken tackles. It's the controllables. The things that they can control, whether they're good or bad, are going to affect the outcome of their games, the Gators the most. And you say that about everybody, but I think a team that's kind of middle of the pack, predicted like the Gators, them handling those things they can control well could be 8 wins.
And count to
them handling them terrible could be 4 wins, Terry.
And count to 10, 11, or 12. Remember how much trouble they had getting the right number of players on the field?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a
terrible
ungodly game management. Sometimes they had 10. Sometimes they had 12.
Hey, they got the little twister board on the side now.
They do. Do I see it's down to 6 now?
It's at 9 currently. They're a little behind. Yeah.
Okay, a little behind. U.S. still down 9, probably halfway through the third.
Man, Serbia's getting to the free throw line, man. That's what's killing.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
They can't lose this game.
Story number 1, the rest of our show, or at least for the next 45 minutes, is this USA gold medal basketball game. I'm sorry, semifinal basketball game. The United States and Patrick, I didn't see the first quarter. I'm assuming they've been behind the whole game.
They were close early on, but the amount of threes that Serbia's hit in the first quarter, and again, Steph Curry was the only one that was scoring.
He had 20.
He had 23 points.
Yeah,
and Steph had 17 of them at one point.
Oh, I can't win like that.
Oh my gosh!
The only way you can win like that is if your guy goes for 54.
He's capable of doing that, but that just doesn't normally happen in European basketball. It truly doesn't really.
Wow.
It's so rare for something like that to happen.
Wow, we'll track that game. I know everybody is interested in that. Let's take our first break here on a Thursday edition, the Young and Norvelle Show at our Thursday location. We're right here on the patio. He's Patrick Young. I'm Terry Norvelle. Of course, happy hour underway. The crowd's starting to roll in, and they're going to enjoy some of the best, the freshest seafood, which they feature here at Safe Harbor. At Sliders is the Safe Harbor Seafood. One down, a long way to go. Basketball. Also, I'm going to throw out a football. What would you change if you are an NFL guy or a college guy, whichever football you like the most? What would you change about your game, your favorite game? Mine's college football versus NFL.
Oh, I know what I would change in college football. I already know. Yeah, hold it. I know what I would change.
What would you change in your favorite, and what would you change your non-favorite?
Okay.
I mean, I like the NFL, but my favorite is college.
Yeah, I know exactly what I would. Yep, gotcha.
And you folks think of yours. 16 days away until college football. Let's take a quick break. Coming back on the patio at Sliders Oyster Bar.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice three-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
I know I'm not the only one dumbfounded. As Patrick's talking to some people, he'll get right back here on the show. I'm not the only one dumbfounded by this basketball game, the United States semifinal men's basketball game. And I can see it a little bit. I've got a little glare. Patrick and Zach are tracking it. We know you're interested in it. Zach, are you telling me they're still down 13-ish? Unbelievable. We're getting deep into the third quarter too, right?
Yeah, I'm seeing the score, what was it, 76-63 at the top of the fourth quarter, Serbia.
My good. And we've gone into the fourth, is that right?
Yeah,
wow.
we're in the fourth.
I mean,
LeBron's had a shot to cut it down to 11.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, but I mean, it's still double digits. This is getting real serious now, boys. I mean, this is getting real. And this would be not to take anything away from Serbia, but this, as Patrick's handled some business and he's going to come back. I mean, I know we've got other topics to get to, Patrick, but this is a massive.
I don't know if we get to anything else with if this goes like this will. I mean, 4:24 going into the fourth quarter, down. Was that down 11?
It looks like 11 in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter, 9 minutes left.
Yes, they play quarters, not halves, but like the NBA does. Patrick, I don't want to take anything away from Serbia. I mean, this is the semifinal round of the Olympics. But if this holds and the United States are knocked out, this is one of the sports stories of the year. Am I too hyperbole here?
But this will only solidify Nikola Jokic's greatness.
Yeah, because he's the star on this team.
And one goal. He's won two NBA MVPs. Should have been 3, honestly. And Embiid's not playing anywhere close to. And I understand it's a U.S. team, but man, I don't know where the lack the I don't think I've seen Jason Tatum on the court.
And did we say? And Zach, I don't know if you have an update for us. We can kind of see the score here. United States trying to make a little bit of a run, but did we say France has already won, correct? And they've moved on. Patrick, France has already won?
France has won. France won. It was a good game.
I will tell you right now, France, and this is a dumb moment, but they would definitely rather play Serbia. But they definitely, if they had to play the United States, they would prefer the United States win this game going away. If the United States comes back and wins this and spits the hook out, if I'm France, I go, oh, God. I would rather wrestle U.S. having won by 25.
Yeah.
Then the U.S. gets a shaking and say, hey, man.
Right. They're going to respond, yeah.
Because I would not like to be in France.
And then just think Serbia, they're going to have all the confidence in the world.
Yeah. And I don't know this. Like, we're on the air.
Gosh, another N1.
And one for Serbia.
Gosh.
We're on the air, so we're not able to hear the audio. But that crowd's got to be so much behind Serbia. Patrick, they're in France, and it's the big bad dirty Americans.
They're always anti-American when it comes to sports that we dominate.
Guess who made the shot?
Yeah, Jokic.
But it goes back to
man.
You guys remember, and Zach, I think you were producing on this show. We got talking about the United States, NFL football, and why maybe it hasn't permeated the world as quickly as they wanted. And I used to throw out. Remember during that show, I said, well, one thing is. A lot of the world, they're envious, and they hate the U.S., and they're envious.
Yep.
Obviously, where this game is played at, that crowd is all over the U.S.
Especially when Joel Embiid touches the ball. They hate that he didn't play for France.
Yes. Let me see. I'm having trouble reading this, and Zach, maybe you can help me. Maybe a dumb question, but when is the last time U.S. didn't win gold in basketball? I would think, and we talked about this, they've won it all. They've won 8 in a row. Going back to the 92 team.
Oh, really? Gold?
Did they lose in the 80s, maybe when they were still sending the college guys?
Didn't they lose in 08?
It was 04. 04 is the last time they didn't win the gold.
They didn't win it.
Because at Greece.
Right.
Greece upset them.
Somebody upset them.
That's right. Athens, yep.
A good addendum there, Zach. Appreciate that. And good question from Mike on our chat line. But for the longest time, well, you remember in the 80s, keep in mind, the Dream Team was the first time professionals wins. So the United States used to send – now, basketball wasn't as advanced in the 70s and 80s worldwide, but the U.S. used to win gold by sending college players.
They did.
All college players. But international basketball got so good, you could see it coming in the 80s.
They don't do college.
And they don't. You're a pro or
college
not.
Sport does not exist in Europe. You are a pro. You're playing a sport or you're
the United States saw, and the Olympic Committee said, wait a minute, you can see where this is going, that the United States college guys – are getting passed by the world got better at basketball.
Yeah.
So it wasn't going to be fair at all. So that's why the pros, kind of across the board in all Olympic sports, because pros can play in all Olympic sports now.
I wonder why it is in Europe that, they see the model in which we do college athletics here before going pro. And I get you can start pro, but no option to educate yourself and keep learning and go to classes and whatnot. And as 17, 18 years old. Yeah. No college. Yeah, I never got that.
I'm just cherry picking here. Does it have to do with a lot of those countries? You have to go serve a couple years in the military?
Israel. I know that for sure.
Between 17 and 24 or whatever.
Greece is one of those countries as well.
So you might have lost out on some of the core that would be college players because they're serving their military.
Mandatory.
One of the topics, so I got a million topics, but I don't know if we're going to get to all of them, including 5 o'clock. We have to talk.
Two back-to-back threes right there by the U.S., so that's big time.
All right, that knocks it down to, I don't see the score, but was it you that were telling me the broadcasts have been terrible about the score?
Oh, my gosh, it's awful.
Same here. I can never see the score.
But, think, for an NBA game, you get to see how many timeouts are left. You get to see how many fouls to give, et cetera.
Yep.
It's only score. Yep. And they don't keep it up there the whole time, which I'm like, who doesn't want the score on there at all times?
Okay, let me get
especially for us.
Let me get back to the topic. We're going to keep this. This is topic number 1, tracking
I got
US
my answer.
Basketball.
I got my answer.
What is your answer?
For the thing in college football that I wish we would change.
Okay, yeah. Everybody declare what football you love the most. You can love them both. I love them both, but I'm a college football guy. Are you a college football guy or are you an NFL guy? And tell us, Patrick, you can go first. Tell us the one you love the most, what you would change about the one you love the most, and what you would change about the one you don't love the most.
We might have same answers on this, but for college football, I love the most that I would want them to change is if you are untouched and you fall and you trip, you can get back up.
Great point. I hate down by no contact.
Down by no contact. Unless like you're running forward and you just give yourself up, but it's literally a guy could slip or something. It's so dumb. Why?
The closest defender could be 25 yards away and you're down.
Why?
They say it's safety.
For safety?
In case the guy's really close to the guy that slipped. I don't know.
Well, you know what we do? What they do in the NFL, Terry, for guys that hit you after, the whistle's blown?
Right.
They give them a flag or they find them.
Yeah.
Actually, they do both.
So you love college more than NFL by a little bit?
But yeah.
By a little bit.
Yep.
I mean, I like the NFL as well. So that's what you change about the game you love. What about the NFL? Is there one thing that you would change or you don't like or turns you off a little bit? What is it?
The whole this last decade and some change of figuring out what a catch is.
Good point. The NFL still to this moment does not know what a catch is. Isn't that amazing, Zach?
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, the Des Bryant.
And I'm sure there's other things.
They particularly the last, I guess, with instant replay getting better and more prevalent, the NFL the last 15 to 20 years has totally screwed up. They don't know what a catch is. They have tweaked and changed.
Yeah.
I'm convinced the three of us could jump on a plane, fly to New York, where the NFL headquarters, knock on the officiating room door, and ask the top 5 guys that obviously they have departments. I think we would and say, I want you guys to write down the definition of a catch. I think we get 5 different answers.
They have no idea for sure.
They have no idea what a catch is. Zach, do you have any on this? College or pro? Do you have your thoughts on this?
Oh yeah.
Which one do you like?
If I would have done one for If I would have done one for college, I would have said the same thing Patrick said. Yeah, that's a ridiculous rule to contact. But
I think they're only US is only down 5 now.
Down 5. Okay.
Yeah, they cut it down to 5. Yep. Actually, they cut it down to 5. Yep. But if I were to say NFL, the one thing I don't like is their overtime. They should do just the college overtime, the same overtime the high school uses, the Pop Warner uses, literally every They have the most ridiculous, and they tweak the rules every year. Just I don't know. They got to make everything so complicated and different, but just be the same.
Are you a college or more NFL? You love them both.
I do. Yeah, I like them both. I do like the gambling options that NFL has, like fantasy football and stuff. So I do probably tend to lean NFL more. And I'm also a Gamecock fan, so it's hard to watch.
And I guess, hard to watch sometimes. I guess the gambling stuff is slowly coming, though, to the college game,
it is.
right?
It absolutely is.
It's slowly coming.
For sure it's there.
Yeah, I'm curious what your two are.
Here are my two. And I love college football more than the NFL. College is my thing. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle. One of the other servers here on the patio. What I would change about the NFL game, and it's a little wordy, but it's one, to me, it all looks the same. It's too sterile. It's too homogenized.
Yeah.
Every NFL, and I'm going to use some words to explain my one thing.
Okay.
But the NFL is so spit-shined. It's like in the third quarter, every game is 17-14.
Yeah.
And then it gets to the fourth quarter, 20-14, and the team that has 14 has the ball. Every game starts at 103 or 4:15.
Yep.
Everything is so sterile. The NFL, to me, all the teams run the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, if you change the jerseys, you wouldn't know who's playing. They all, right now, the tight end's in, the fullback's out for everybody. There's no college football. If you watch 4 games,
you really have no idea.
You can see you can see a team that still has a fullback in an I formation. You can see a Mike Leach team that throws short controlled passing. You can see a team that goes bombs away. You can. The NFL, to me,
read option every play.
There's a little bit of option.
A
wing
wing tee.
The NFL all looks the same. To me, the NFL, and I've said this a million times, it's like the Wizard of Oz. It's like Roger Goodell and the boys on a Sunday are in their office in New York, and they're behind the curtain like the Wizard. Remember the Wizard of Oz? And they're tweaking the NFL is so cookie cutter. like the randomness of college and the difference of college. College, what I would change immediately, and I bitch about this all the time, college football's got to figure out a way to take the next step, get rid of committees and rankings. You can't have committees and rankings and this and that. And the NFL has figured out a way. Is it getting worse?
No, it's down to 4. But Jokic, I mean, he's a force, man. Serbia's on the glass. They're giving him a little bit of everything right now.
Wow. We're still tracking it. Getting late. Do you have
Good
a time?
shot. We got 84, 82. Joel Embiid just hit a nice, beautiful fadeaway on the block. 4 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in this game.
Yeah, you're a little bit.
I'm a little bit ahead.
Yeah, but so it hasn't been this close in a long time. The United States.
I don't think they might have led 2-0, or they might not have led at all.
Very, very early.
It's one of the two. Very, very early.
If you're just tuning in, Serbia has taken it to the United States. At one point, I saw a 15-point lead in the first half, 11 at the half, and they have been trying to hold on. This is a huge story out of the Olympics.
Joel Embiid is unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite centers of all time.
I tell you,
I just wish he could stay healthy and win something,
Yeah. So be curious. Obviously, this topic has really dominated our show, the basketball game going on. This is, if you're just tuning in, this is the semifinal game. The winner moves on to the gold medal game against France. The two losers, what is it? Germany lost.
Germany lost,
and the loser.
And the loser of this will play for the gold medal or the bronze medal,
which
I think they play on Saturday.
Yeah, and I think the gold medal game is Saturday.
Saturday as well,
right?
yeah.
Because the closing ceremonies are Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the marquee events, the gold medal basketball.
And honestly, I want to make sure that we give this sport respect too.
Okay.
Women's soccer, they are in the championship gold medal game against Brazil.
And my stance. I don't know a lot about soccer. I've watched 4 or 5 times in this Olympics. The United States women's team, they're damn good. I'm a novice, and you go, man, they know what they're doing and where they're kicking it.
And the thing was, they didn't bring Alex Morgan on, veteran presence, etc. And you think, does this team have enough without her? And they've medaled. They have a guaranteed medal no matter what. And they're going up against the one. This is 1 versus 2.
Oh,
yeah, pretty much.
And that's where it should be.
That's the way it should be. Absolutely.
But I tell you, I watched the United States women a couple times in a couple different games. Again, I'm a very casual. I don't know the strategic, but you can just, man, A, they're good.
Yeah.
B, they know where to kick it. They also know where to fill in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like basketball court.
Yeah.
You go fill the right space.
Yeah, they know, and then
they're not like this.
It's such a weird sport in sense because you're not close enough to your teammate at all times to really kind of communicate. In basketball, you can. Obviously, in NFL, you get to communicate a lot before a play happens. Soccer is constant up and down. Absolutely. So I'm like, do they even hear when the coach is yelling stuff? There's no way. He's so far away, Terry.
Yeah.
But they have figured out through practice and repetitions when to make runs, when to what this person likes, and because the game sometimes seems so random, but it's not. And man, when they put something together and score, because USA, they scored in extra time
in one game. I saw that to win.
Yeah, I think that was against Germany.
Yep. It was against Germany. I caught the last few
right
minutes.
Now we got a tie game here with 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining.
You made a good point about this basketball game. You kind of hope if it's a final shot win. Either way, you kind of hope Embiid makes the shot or Jokic.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're kind of going at it here.
Yeah, they are going at it right now.
Big man versus big man. And
they got to stop double teaming him.
Wow.
JoJo.
He's tough, isn't he?
Yeah, he just lost the ball out of bounds. That US down 2.
No, I was talking about Jokic. I thought you were talking about.
The bad man.
Yeah, I see you there.
Passes it well. Just knows, no one ever takes the ball from him when he's holding it over his head. So I'm like, guys, don't bring that double team because no one ever takes it.
No, over Jokic
when he puts it,
and
when he puts it up or behind his head, like no one takes it.
And I watch Jokic, and he's a deftly talented passer as well. Most guys, Patrick, I think you would agree. This is their.
Oh,
how about his pass over the head?
They're all over his places. He has his only chest pass is probably his pass.
His overhead pass.
His full court. Oh man, that hurts.
It's
Don't hit that. Don't hit that. Don't make that shot.
Comment on.
Oh, thank you, Lord Jesus.
He's going to everything.
Gosh,
Patrick, you're going to everything right now.
That was.
Where are we at? Catch us up. You can't talk without letting us know. Give us a score.
Fall in. So with that shot here, 2 minutes and 20 seconds left, Steph Curry has just hit a three that has given the USA their first lead with 32 points. First lead since early in the first quarter of this game. Steph Curry, and you know what's ironic? I catch up and I listen to those national headline guys, and they talk, so much eyes on USA basketball and this super team. Steph Curry has not played well.
No, he hasn't. I agree with that.
And they said, just wait. And this is it right here. And LeBron James, coast-to-coast offensive rebound to the basket, 89-86 with a minute and 50 left.
So they're up 3.
They're up 3.
They're up under a minute to go. That's still dicey. It's still dicey on this game. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back, continue letting you know what's going on with USA men's semifinal match. It has been a hell of a game. Serbia's played there. You know what? A turnover there by Serbia. So we'll see.
Leading to a Steph Curry layup, putting them up 5.
U.S. up 5. Looks like they might be able to spit the hook out. It has not been easy. Break time coming to you on a Thursday. Exciting Thursday from the patio at Sliders Oyster Bar.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who is coming to your house. You know they will be well trained and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at BoldCityAC.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. BoldCityAC.com. And they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bolt City Heating and Air at BoltCityAC.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
Folks, if you're watching us right now, I got to tell you, I'm so appreciative, but your eyes need to be locked in on this USA basketball versus Serbia. An amazing comeback that we are watching here right now that is taking up a majority of our show, as you can imagine. It's such a big deal if the U.S. were not to win this game, to go to a gold medal match with Bogdanovic. You know, and you might question, why are these teams so good? Why are they able to keep up with the U.S.? I was having a conversation with a gentleman earlier. The style is different, for one. The court's a bit smaller. The three-point line is shorter. There's no defensive 3 seconds, as well as the goaltending rules are different. If the ball's on the rim, you can knock it off. So you can imagine guys that aren't used to playing this style of play are going to be very it's going to take them a while to get used to it. But I'll tell you this, because Team USA is full of the best in the world, there's no defense that can stop Kevin Durant with his fadeaway jump shot. We got 26 seconds left. This is a Sliders Oyster Bar Thursday. It is starting to get packed in here. We have some lovely groups that are coming in to dine in with some seafood here. Sadly, they are not. They missed out on this comeback, but hopefully they can catch the end of this game. So we are looking at 93-91 right now. U.S. up with 8 seconds left.
Holy cow,
Steph Curry gets fouled right here by Bogdanovic.
So 2 would be great.
Two
if he
free
makes
throws
1, you got to hold your breath, right?
And what's really interesting, if you hadn't heard, he is, I think, 2 points away from tying Carmelo Anthony as the most points in an Olympic game.
Really? What about a moment ago, Kevin Durant told everybody that forgot about him, hold my
get out of
beer
the way and get out of the way.
with a mid-range jumper.
I was just saying,
wow,
the game is different, but there's no game that can stop Kevin.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him.
And it looks like it is over, folks. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty there at the end, but it looks like it is over. The United States, I mean, you talk about a big exhale as Serbia put up one hell of a fight in this semifinal men's basketball game at the Paris Olympics. The United States now will move on to the gold medal game. It was not easy. The United States trailed the bulk of this game. While I was watching, it got as bad as 15. The U.S. was down 15 at one point while I was watching. Wow. At the half, the United States was down 11, and Serbia gave them everything they wanted. A couple of late-game big shots were made. Steph Curry showed up really big throughout the game and late in the game. Kevin Durant with a huge mid-range jumper. Yes, that Kevin Durant that a lot of people had written off, that Kevin Durant said, hold my beer. He made a big shot. Serbia, obviously, Jokic maybe the best player in the world right now, and he's got the NBA MVPs to show it. He put on a show. His team put on a show. But in the end, the United States holds on to move to the championship gold medal game. And don't forget who they're playing and where the game will be played at. France moves on to take on the United States. France has, I want to say 5 guys that are in the NBA right now. 5 current NBA players are on France's basketball team. And they may be that team, when I was researching this, they may be the team that starts 5 NBA players. Maybe not the best of the best, but they've got a bunch of NBA players. We've got a question here on the chat line. What do you think about that backcourt violation on Serbia, Pat? And Pat stepped away for away for a quick second. Was it reviewable? I want to apologize. I stepped away. I had something to do during the break, so I didn't see that part of it. We'll see when Pat comes back if he did. It must have been a controversial backcourt or no backcourt call. But what a comeback. What a fighting comeback by the United States men's basketball team. And again, there is no bronze. I mean, had the U.S. lost this game, they would have played for the bronze medal or no medal. And Zach, with Pat gone, I want to bring you in as well.
Yeah, for sure.
There would have been no gold, no bronze medal to win. That is not. You do not load up a bronze medal if you're the United States team and fly back to the United States.
Yeah, actually, I was curious. I was pretty sure this was the case, and it was. They have medaled in all 19 Olympics that Team USA basketball has participated in. So it would have been the first, but not today. Today is not that day.
Yeah. So wow. What a. I mean, that was shaping up, and I don't think I'm Mr. The sky's falling down. That was shaping up, and we don't know what else is going to happen the rest of the sports year. But you know how in December generally, one of the topics for sports radio and shows like this, one of the topics is what were the biggest sports stories of the year.
Sorry to run off, Terry.
No, you're fine. Zach, that was shaping up to be, as Pat gets back set. Patrick, and let me finish the thought. Zach, that was shaping up to be one of the easily, I would say, 5 biggest sports stories of the year. No matter what happens the rest of the way, the United States, had they lost that ball game, Patrick, and I think, Zach, you would concur. Pat, did you see the backcourt call, yes or no? I was stepped away. I
didn't see it.
Supposedly there was a big backcourt call against Serbia that was big in this.
Wow.
And I didn't see it, but what a comeback. I mean,
oh my gosh.
Steph Curry, hey, guess what? He's not dead. And Kevin Durant with a monster mid-range jumper.
Joel Embiid with some really big-time buckets.
He was
right
big
there.
too.
And then
Durant had been written off, right?
Yeah. He came in his first game off the bench and was fantastic. He was absolutely phenomenal. But I guess when you're playing so many guys, did Jason Tatum play at all?
I didn't see him. I didn't see him much. I did not, and I don't know if it was a matchup situation, which Kerr kind of described. But you're like, how do you not get all 12 guys that you handpicked from the NBA into a game?
Let's see. Tatum did not play. His name is not even on the score thing.
Pat, is there more to that? I mean, Jason Tatum is, help me out, one of the 15 best players in the NBA.
Yeah, he is. Absolutely.
And I mean, this roster's got 12.
Look, he's better than Derek White. You can argue. Well, Drew Holiday has picked up his offensive prowess really well.
Okay.
Who is he going to start over? I mean, he should start over Derek White. That's easy to say. There's no doubt in my mind he should be starting over Derek White.
Real interesting. You wonder if there's – and he went a whole game without playing, not stepping on the court. Did you say he didn't play at all today?
He's not play. He's not here in the box score at all.
So you're telling me there's a chance that Tatum made the trip, made the Olympic team, and that would have been at least 2 games because he did not play at all. And remember, Kerr said, well, it was a matchup thing. Yeah,
come on.
There's got to be something to that.
He was a matchup thing. You can't match up. He can't match up with anybody.
That guy that just helped win a NBA championship? Woo! But they won. Hey.
Yeah, I got a feeling that Jason Tatum won't be doing this again.
You wonder.
He might be one and done.
You wonder. And yes, you're representing your country. But keep in mind, Jason Tatum played a lot of basketball. He went to the final game of the NBA season, right? I mean, He played a lot of basketball. And then say what you want, you're giving away another 6 weeks, 2 months to this thing. And we're going to look up, and the NBA camp is going to start.
I mean, you can almost look at it as a blessing because he hasn't had to put a lot of minutes on his body here extra. He'll get a gold medal, and he'll be the freshest out of these other guys because he hasn't played.
But the other way to look at it,
and he'll have a chip on his shoulder.
He could have had he could have gone on a family vacation, I mean, I'm away from my. And I'm not sure. Maybe a wife or girlfriend or kid or something is there, but I mean, you're not with them that. I mean, that's tough.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's.
And they got they got those weird not say weird rules, but they the rules that they make for families being there with you and whatnot. It's not fluid. It's not a fluid process.
Yeah, not at all. But the bottom line, trailing by 11 at the half. At one point, I know trailing by 15 in the first half. And Patrick, I know the scoreboard generally doesn't lie. It was almost like the one fourth quarter spurt was there to override the fact Serbia outplayed the United States.
I know, right?
They had one big splash.
They played
run.
great, and the U.S. was continuing their turnovers. I wish I had my stat broadcast up because I would love to see how many points off the turnovers.
Oh.
Or risk how many times the U.S. gambled and left somebody wide open because they did. Which is so dumb because Joker's not going to turn it over.
Did the United States now they're close to winning a gold medal before we really bury the United States, but they had a couple of lackluster games. It's not like this was their first fall asleep game, right? They kind of went through the motions a few times. They didn't play real well. They had a half here and a half there. Is there a selection problem? Did they not get the right players? Did they get guys that were too close to an injury? Did they get a couple too old? I wonder what the examiner. Now they may win a gold medal before we get all the sky is falling down. But I wonder if there's an issue there.
It still seems like for what is expected of this great team that they just still and it's stupid to say they haven't lived up. They have it reminds me of what Devontae Adams said last year. It's not about wins and losses. It's about pursuing greatness.
Sure.
This team, they'll win, but are we going to say, oh man, this is the best team the way they played since the Dream Team?
Yeah.
I don't think we'll say that.
I don't think we can.
I don't think we can say
Aaron
that.
on the chat line said the United States should blow out France. Aaron, that's a good point. We talked, Patrick. Had the United States won this game in a traditional, they controlled it from tip one to the buzzer, I think France would have a much better chance than the United States winning like this. I think I'm with you, Aaron. I think I'll be surprised, not to take anything away from France, if the United States doesn't double-digit win that gold medal.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I would have said that if the United States won a traditional game today. I think this might be – if this isn't a wake-up call, then they got the wrong 14 guys.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, they got the right guys. It's just complacency is human nature.
And you say –
it's human nature.
The players for France, Wemby, Gobert, he's a good player.
DeColo's a really good player. He's older now. They got some other big guys, but they're not going to be able to match up against Bam, JoJo, and
you wouldn't think
AD. No, they won't have. They don't have enough skill.
I tell you what, this really speaks.
They're going to fight like hell, though. They will.
They will. And what this really speaks to is, and I'm telling, if you're the NFL, you are envious of how the game of basketball has just quality spread around the world. This really hammers home. There are a lot of good basketball playing countries now. High level. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah.
And we're talking in 20, 25 years. It has really spread. We talk about the NFL. The first European exhibition game ever was in 1983. That was 41 years ago. The NFL's game hasn't spread quality in Europe like the basketball.
No.
Basketball started spreading in the late 80s, and it has gone.
I just wonder how hard would it be to get a good officiating system over there?
Yeah.
Can you establish that? Because they'd have to learn the game.
Yeah.
How long would it take? It's just so much more complicated.
It is a more complicated
getting American football to this stage than
it is
basketball.
Interesting, man. Let's take a break here. Hour one is in the books. We hope to come back. We may catch up with Dr. Aaron Bates on Thursday. He was tied up on Wednesday. We couldn't quite get him on. We'd like to hit a couple of sports medicine thoughts with Dr. Aaron Bates from Southeast orthopedic specialist. Patrick, as we break and wrap up hour one, we have a show rundown and we trade ideas. Did you think this was going to be our first hour?
No, I did not.
I did not either. Wow. That was
Great.
good drama.
Glad we got to do it. Glad we got to do it and get to some other stuff that we want to talk about.
That was good drama. One down, one to go. We got another hour here at Sliders Oyster Bar. We're on the patio where we're always at on Thursday. They're serving it up, the great seafood. If you love it, if you like it, it's the best. It's the freshest seafood you will find from the boat to your plate. Doesn't get any closer. Sliders Oyster Bar in Neptune Beach. Hour number 2 kicks off right after this.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry. We still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnik Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnik never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnik Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnikBuickGMC.com. And while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnik is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnikBuickGMC.com. Nimnik, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, back we are. It has been a fun, busy Thursday, hot and steamy the way we like it. We're right next to the beach. That's what you're supposed to do at the beach. It is a Sliders Oyster Bar Thursday. Patrick Young is here. He'll come back. He's got some stuff going off camera and we'll get back with Patrick. I do believe we've got Dr. Aaron Bates on a day late. He was not able to jump up with us. I think that was our fault yesterday, Doc, and I know you're busy. How you doing, my friend?
Pretty good. How you guys?
Man, I don't know if you saw any of that basketball game. My goodness, the USA
did not
men
see it.
They spit the hook out, down 11 at the half. Serbia, led by Jokic, man, they gave the U.S. everything they wanted. But, man, big shot by Curry, big shot by Durant. The U.S. moves on to the, to the gold medal. Woo! It was
some of us have to work. Can't watch the game.
Yes, exactly. Sorry about that. Hey, Doc, we had a couple things we wanted to get to you. Obviously, our sports medicine segment sponsored by Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, Dr. Aaron Bates, a leading orthopedic surgeon here in our area. Doc, you and I and Patrick, we've kind of traded some texts the last several days, and I'm hoping you're going to say what I want you to hear and what Gator Nation wants to hear. Montrell Johnson, the running back, kind of the leader of the team for Florida. He's been with Billy Napier for a long time. He was with him at Louisiana. He's with him now a couple years at Florida. A week ago Friday, news came out, and you probably read some of the reports as well, said Montrell Johnson is having a procedure. They didn't say surgery. They didn't really identify what the injury was, what the procedure was about, and they did not even really officially say, did it happen Friday a week ago, or is it just this lingering thing? But they said a procedure, Doc, and he will be week to week. I want to read into that it's not real serious because of the phraseology. Am I way off base? What are your thoughts on some of the phraseology of this?
Yeah, they're just trying to keep it really vague. But I agree with you. It sounds like it's something that, it's not going to keep him out for the season, likely not even keep him out for the first game of the year. But you just never know. I mean, what is that procedure? Is it a simple little knee arthroscopy, kind of a cleanup of a little meniscus tear? And I don't know his history. Did he have any procedures on his knee previously that could lead to this? And so, they're probably just trying to do something right before the season to kind of get him to be the best he can be for the season.
Yeah, interesting. And it sounds like even since you and I have started texting a few days ago about this, knowing it was going to be a topic, it sounds like Napier's even come out yesterday afternoon or even maybe this morning. I don't remember when he faced the media, and he really sounded like he wasn't that concerned, and he almost made it sound like week one is not out of the realm of possibility. Right. Remember, now they open up on the 31st, not the 24th. So I guess we'll just track it, and, that's Montrell Johnson's right, and that's the University of Florida's right. They don't have to, right? I mean, there's
Yeah, I mean, and it sounds like you got a good 3 weeks, or longer to recover from, and that's probably long enough for if it's a quick knee arthroscopy or something like that.
What about his wind, his conditioning? If he was conditioned all the way up to this past Friday when either something happened or he said, let's go ahead and clean this up, would 3 weeks knock his wind down if he played game one, or would you still have your stamina to a degree?
It depends on what they do post-operatively. Now, they get him on the bike really quick right afterwards and start, doing some of the, getting his wind back. You lose it real quick, but you could do things to kind of maintain it, shortly after, if this is just kind of a cleanup knee arthroscopy.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. I think it's good news. A bad situation, good. It's the way I'm reading through the lines, and I have no medical reason to say that, but it's just how I'm interpreting this. Boy, we've had a bunch of injuries. We do it every year. We do it every summer. One of the bad ones that just came out of the Texas Longhorn camp, their super running back, C.J. Baxter, blew out two major parts of his knee, ACL and PCL. A couple things. Two of the three, they really said torn. And, Doc, I'm not in your field. I don't hear those two together very often. ACL, PCL. Is it rare that those two get torn? I've heard a bunch of ACL, MCL, but I really don't hear the PCL. Is that just me not being in the medical field, or is it a little bit unique?
It's a little bit unique. I mean, it's not, we see it. And it is a much worse injury than just having an ACL, MCL, or or just an isolated ACL,
Okay.
or an isolated PCL. Now, when you talk about ACL, PCL, now you get into the realm of what we call multi-ligamentous knee injury or multi-ligamentous knee dislocation, right? And so for me, ACL, PCL is probably just not ACL, PCL. It's probably ACL, PCL pushed a lot of corner, or ACL, PCL, MCL, something like that that's going on as well. He probably got one of the collaterals as well with that. And so that's he's certainly out for the year. And some people never make it back after an injury like that.
Wow.
So
that's
a devastating injury. And the thing that you really have to worry about is, initially right after the injury is vascular injuries, injuries to blood vessels, to arteries, giving blood supply to the rest of the leg, injuries to nerves around the knee. And so those things can come into play as well with these multi-ligamentous knee dislocation type of ligament disruptions.
I think I've asked you this before, Doc, and you just used the phrase multi-ligament. Obviously, this is a tear of the ACL and PCL, so two of the three. I think I've asked you this before, but when you go in to do the repair, are you ever prevented from doing both at the same time? Is there ever a situation where it had to be two, or when you go in, you can knock them both out? Not to simplify it, but you can knock them both out the same entry point.
Yeah, that's a complicated question. There's a lot that goes into that. Typically, though, when we go in to do a multi-ligamentous knee disruption, we try to reconstruct or repair all ligaments at once. Now, there are times, and there are other studies that have come out that because sometimes you have to wait a certain amount of time so that you can reconstruct the ligament. But if a ligament is amenable to a direct repair, you want to do that early. All right. So there is a thought process of repairing early, which you can repair, get the range of motion back, get the swelling down, and then come back and do the reconstruction of, say, the ACL that's left that we know you really can't repair. Right. And so, but it's pretty complicated. It's done both ways is what I want to say.
Interesting. And last thing on this, Doc, we're visiting with Dr. Aaron Bates here on Thursday, our Southeast Orthopedic specialist sports medicine discussion. Remember now, the Bumps and Bruises clinics are just about starting up. High school football is right around the corner. So remember about the Saturday Bumps and Bruises clinics offered. You can check out everything they do at se-ortho.com and those Bumps and Bruises Saturday locations. Doc, again, pardon my ignorance in this field, but last thing on this type discussion with multiple ligaments having to get fixed. I've never thought to ask this, and this may be the dumbest question. When you're repairing both or two, is it one go in and you can get to both, or are you going in one near the? Because are the ligaments? I'm sure they're not right next to each other. They're kind of spread out a little bit, right? Do you go in with two entry points to fix two, or can you do one entry point on both?
Yeah, no, they're all kind of different entry points, but we do them all arthroscopically assisted, so it's all minimally invasive. So they're just small little incisions. But yeah, because you're trying to make them all anatomic. So you try to put the ligament back where God made it, right? And so we have to drill tunnels in the bone, stuff like that, and we have to pass grafts or tissue up through bone. And so we want to put it anatomically where it was before it was torn, right? And so
Doc, how far?
Go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off, Doc. How far? It may be hard. I don't know if it's millimeters or quarter of an inch. How far are these ligaments apart naturally? I mean, are they really close together, or
Well, so take, for instance, the ACL and PCL. They're called cruciate ligaments because they cross. And so the soft tissue portions of the ligaments are the soft tissue portions are right next to each other, but their attachment points are far away from each other. But as they cross, they're really close. You see what I'm saying?
Interesting. Yeah, interesting. And pardon me, I didn't know the definition of cruciate. Sorry about that. Two more quick things for you, Doc, getting off this. we kidded around a little bit. I know sports injuries are nothing to laugh at, but Doc, maybe my head's been in the sand, but I read about the Colts had a receiver 2 days ago that banged up a little bit on the practice field. I think it was Josh Downs, and it's reported that he is suffering from a bit of a high ankle sprain. Doc, I haven't heard that phrase in like 2 or 3 years. What happened? Did we eradicate the high ankle sprain? Did it go where? I'm glad it's gone, but why have maybe my head was in the sand. I used to hear high ankle sprain every other day in sports injuries.
Yeah, I don't know why you haven't. It hasn't gone away. It's still there, and so and what that is disruption of the ligament in between the end of the tibia bone and the end of the fibula bone, and so the energy of the injury comes from the lower on the ankle, runs through the ankle joint and up in between those bones, and so that's where you get the high part of the ankle sprain, the high ankle sprain, and depending on how bad it is. They've gotten really aggressive. I say they because I don't do the foot and ankle stuff as much. We have some great foot and ankle specialists in our group that take care of that, but they've been really aggressive with surgically stabilizing that to get people back playing sooner. And so, for instance, Tua, when he was at Alabama, he had this procedure called a tightrope. The tightrope.
I remember
procedure.
that tightrope. Yeah.
And I believe the tight end that the tight end who was a senior last year at Georgia, I can't remember where he's now. Yeah, Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers. Yes, he had it came back really quick. It came back real quick.
And so that's pretty much that's addressing this high ankle sprain aggressively. All right.
And I'm sorry, Doc, I cut you off again. I may have answered my own question in my mind also. Might there be a situation, the high ankle sprain got so prevalent, man, there for a while, for years. I wonder if more athletes are open to wearing preventive braces, and the braces might even be better. So I don't know. It's just my theory. Maybe that's where some of the high ankle sprain, the athletes have said, hey, it's worth a preventive brace. And the braces might have gotten better than they were 15, 20 years ago.
Well, I think technology always is an improvement from year to year, from decade to decade. But I don't know if more guys are wearing preventative ankle braces. I know they're getting taped still, and they get spatted up and all of that. But maybe and it could be preventative type of strengthening. And what they're doing off season. Who knows?
True. Good point. That last thing I want to throw your way, Patrick and I were going to throw it your way yesterday, but we started talking about it. I've been messing around at the gym, probably not every single time I go to the gym in the last year or so, but I've been messing around with, during my sets, isometrics, which I guess is, you just kind of freeze and you hold isometrics. And not just planking, but, I've been messing around. I do a seated bench press. So, I'll do my 10 and maybe hold number 10 or curls. What are your thoughts on isometric exercise where you just kind of hold the muscle taut and tight? I've been messing around with it. I kind of like it. Is it good or bad for me?
No, it's really good. Isometric exercises are really good, particularly for, when you have an issue where you really don't want to go put your joint through a range of motion, but still want to strengthen, right? So what it means is isometric. So iso means the same, metric means length. So you're keeping the muscle tendon unit the same length, but still contracting that muscle. And you're still kind of working it. And so things like planks are isometric exercises, things like that. There's a lot of rotator cuff exercise you can do isometric. So for my patients that have rotator cuff repair surgery or labral repair surgery, what they initially do, because we don't really want them to go through as much of a range of motion initially, where they're actively going through range of motion, they'll do isometrics. That helps to start to build strength, but also protecting the repair.
Yeah, you're not moving. Yeah,
right.
Totally moving. Interesting. Really interesting. And it's funny you mentioned plank. I just started, I used to mess around with planks, and your whole body is taut, and, I'm holding it. And then I just one day started going, well, wait a minute, I'm going to try and incorporate that in my other exercises,
Right.
and I started doing it. And I'll tell you one thing, Doc, when I'm good, like if I go to the gym tomorrow and I do ISO, like curls or bench press or push up, when I do it and I really hold, 15 seconds, I can feel it the next day. And I like that feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I worked my muscle. I fatigued my muscle. It works. I'm glad you told
Well,
me.
that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to fatigue the muscle, trying to build lactic acid. That's how you build strength. That's how you build endurance.
Definitely. Doc, thanks so much. I appreciate you jumping on a Thursday. Our normal day is Wednesday. And
Sure.
As always, good stuff you deliver. We appreciate you, and we appreciate Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Good rest of your Thursday, Doc.
Same to you, buddy.
That's our buddy, Dr. Aaron Bates. Let's take a break. We'll get Patrick back on set and really get to some topics we haven't gotten to. What a busy day for us with the men's basketball team in France, semifinal round, having to fight like you never could imagine to get the win over Serbia. That and a whole lot more. We continue a Thursday edition from Sliders Oyster Bar.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice three-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Man, I really enjoy the shows that hop, man. They got a little juice, and hopefully all of our shows do. But Patrick Youngback, Terry Norvelle, this show, because of that thrilling men's basketball game in
Hey, man, this water polo, hey, don't slip on water polo, Terry. U.S., is this the gold medal?
Is it gold medal?
Yeah, semifinal.
How about those guys treading water
Dude,
the whole time?
Have you watched the video? They call it
unbelievable.
Not a crazy eight. So they don't do their legs like this. They spiral them this way.
I didn't know that.
That's how we watched the video. There's a name for it.
For
them to and just think the keepers, the goalies, that's what they do the entire go. So when the possessions change in water polo, you'll sprint across, you'll swim, and then they do have to wade themselves in the water. But the keepers, they don't sprint, they don't go anywhere.
You may know this. I may be wrong. I think those pools are 8 feet deep, so you can't cheat.
No, you can't cheat. There's no cheating. No, you. If you have to cheat to stay above water on this level, you don't deserve to be there.
No. I watched a little bit the other day, man. Those guys get that ball.
Yeah, they throw it hard.
Hey, we've had a busy show. We haven't stayed on script because that's what happens in live sports. Patrick, I can't believe it, and I've been at all 3 of them coming up. Your golf tournament. Your foundation golf tournament. Is it year 3? We're about to kick off.
This is year 3 we're going into.
And some of the details are happening now. What's going on with it?
So this year we've done a different location so far every year. The first was the Yards. Last year we did Queens Harbor, which was chilly, and you'll be happy to know that this is not going to be a December golf tournament. This will be a September 23rd
coming up
golf tournament coming up. We're less than about 50 days or less to come away. We've got some great sponsorships still open. Anybody that wants to help with putting this thing on, auction items, raffle items, items for people to win for winning contests on the whole. Had a really cool idea with doing the swag bag this year.
Okay.
Instead of because it gets so kind of outdated, get the same thing: sunglasses, towel,
absolutely,
cup. We might still do a cup, but I was like, you know what? What resides in the message of this foundation is inspiring hope, is choosing joy, is gratitude, is the slogan illuminating the path to wholeness, to becoming whole. And we got custom made journals in each golfer's bag.
Okay.
And I'm going to write a personal message on each one of those for the golfers because for me, journaling, that self-awareness, and it's nothing complicated. Terry, if you ask everybody hearing this right now, it's like, hey, have you ever journaled or thought about getting into it? And everyone say, oh yeah, I used to do it. Oh, I should do it. And I think it's cool to kind of give them that nudge to say, hey, here's a journal for you right here. This is what helped me through my dark times.
Did you journal before the accident? Were you or
I journaled a lot in 2019. No, not 19. It was when did Whitney and I start reconnect? End of 2020 and
but that was a long time pre-accident.
Yeah, it was a good amount of time, and because the guy that I was using, he made it so simple. Made it so simple. Yeah, some of the journal entries, like in my book, they were when I was in the hospital. I dated him some journal entries that I wrote, what I was feeling at that time, and maybe it was encouragement, maybe it was just like how hard this is, or maybe me trying to find gratitude, and it helped so much, man. And it's the biggest compliment I get from people in the book is just talking about thank you for being so authentic and sharing, opening yourself up in that, and it helped. And I'm like, dude, I felt like that's the only way to make a real impact. That you got to let people in.
And I want you to speak to this about your previous journaling. I would think, and I've never been a journaler, but thinking right now, I would think that there's probably plenty of times you could go back and read your journal and go, damn, I did a lot that day, or damn, I didn't do anything that day. Which reminds me, you know what some people do, and this has changed. It's kind of journaling, but it's shocking. If people write down, and I'm bad about this, if I wrote down every dollar I spent during a day, I would go back at midnight and go, gosh darn, I kind of just blew $70.
Yeah.
And then next day I did, wait a minute, what do you mean? Gosh, just walk out of the house, I blow $80.
Yeah.
I know people that do that with, and that tightens their finances up. They go, man,
it's old school, but
when you start going
discipline
coffee
like that,
and 2 drinks and this and that,
when you have the willingness to, because it's uncomfortable because you're facing yourself, like you're not looking at your budget and finances and saying, oh, this is what somebody else is. I was like, no, you've spent $50 a month at Starbucks, if not more. And sure, you get your rewards, but that's real money. And like their rewards, they entice you to buy something else.
And then, just when we've had office jobs, structured time office jobs, I think we've all gone through this. Do you have to eat lunch out every day?
Right.
And if you start going, okay, Applebee's was Monday, I dropped, nowadays, individual can drop $28.
Well, Applebee's got their special now. They're $13 special.
But, if you start and go, okay, Monday I dropped, Tuesday, why can't I just bring lunch once or twice? And you start running the numbers, you go, I could save $700 over 6 months.
Maybe I can bring it. I can, that's why those meal prep. And, I was speaking at one company the other day, and they're like, there's this one guy, he brings breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day. And I'm like, well, he's just that. For one, he's that disciplined. I know that might seem a little crazy, but I'm like, his food is consistent. It's the way he wants it every single time. He doesn't have to, and he has goals. That's what helps. He had goals because when you get in that mundane schedule and office life, those goals you can kind of forget about.
I agree.
It
can jump on you.
Comfort foods or
we veered off the golf tournament, but if people want to buy a foursome, are there still some foursomes available?
On the website? Yep.
Yeah.
Planet Foursome sponsorships.
Where do they go? Where's the contact point?
PY,
the
number 4, foundation.org.
PY4, the number 4, PY, the number 4 foundation, Patrick Young 4 Foundation.
Yep.
You're number 4. And you said at
.org, at PY, the number 4 foundation.org.
.org.
Yeah, not email.
Okay. So
but
that,
and when you go to the website, it's the first thing, it pops up. That you can register now, so you don't have to go searching for stuff.
Are some of the people that ran it doing it again this year from last year?
We got a smaller team this year, which has been a little bit more efficient, I think. Having Andrea and her team, they do a fantastic job and helping me.
They were good last year.
They helped me to make it as cost effective and make sure it's still in my voice. That what we're doing is what I want to do. And I think you can get so sucked when you have a bunch of people. Many people have ideas, but like, is it always something you want to get behind, or you want to do right now? Because like, we have a small focus right now, and we will get down to renovations for houses and remodel. We'll get there, but we're not there yet. We're not even close.
But you retrofitted an automobile.
We just purchased the automobile.
Still, that was awesome.
Brooks, they're going
You're
to.
part of that. That was awesome.
Yeah. That video is on the website.
I was telling that story not long ago. I want to go back to the golf tournament. It's coming up in September, the 3rd annual PY4 Foundation tournament. You mentioned something that you guys are privy to. There are a lot of golf tournaments out there. A lot of guys play in a bunch of them. A lot of guys are golfers, and they play in a lot. And you talked about the swag bag, the goodie bag.
What's up, Patrick?
You talked about the swag bag, the goodie bag. And I got a lot of buddies that play a lot of charity tournaments. And they tell you, you're right, every bag has got a golf towel. Well, how many golf towels can I have?
I know, right?
Every bag has got sunglasses. Every bag has got a hat.
Tees, balls, a cup.
Yeah. So y'all are kind of cognizant of that.
Yeah. I think it's important that the things, every touch point that you can have that kind of reflects your messaging as a foundation, I think that's vital, because we are very in the moment human beings in terms of getting us to buy stuff. And the more touch points that you can get to remind people in their subconscious, the more they'll remember. So like a journal or a customized pen that comes with that journal that says Patrick Young Foundation, I think it's going to be really special.
That's nice. Staying with golf for a moment. We've got a new Monday sponsor. We will be at Fourscore Golf Monday the 19th, the first time. We're obviously at Coach Spurrier's party, and we'll talk about that in a moment. This coming Monday, we'll be in Gainesville. But the following Monday, our first trip over to Fourscore Golf, simulator, great restaurant. They're about to open a second location. Patrick, in my mind, I'm going to work with you and Daniel. I don't see why we can't figure out a way to do an indoor golf tournament as well.
Yeah, something like that.
And the second Fourscore will open. That could be it's a great fundraiser. And the other thing really awesome about Four Score Golf the last several days with the weather we had.
Oh my gosh!
You could go have fun playing golf.
Yeah, get you around there. Get you a virtual round. Get you some good drinks.
Let's experiment. Expound on that. Wouldn't that be cool to have an indoor Patrick Young Foundation golf tournament?
Yeah,
at Four Score.
I mean, Top Golf. They do stuff like that.
Stuff
but
like
you
that.
still, if it's raining, you'll still get wet.
Yeah.
In Top Golf, the wind blows
right.
that water in. And you know, when you have bigger groups, because Four Score, I think they have 5 simulators at the location. Am I right?
I think 4 or 5. Definitely.
4 or 5 simulators. Like you get a chance to have a good group. And with those simulators, it's not only golf. Like you can mess around, and I'm sure you can play football games and kicking games
they got
and
soccer.
all that stuff.
There's 10, 12
because with Top Golf, you're locked into golf. That's the only thing you can do. And if you're not a golfer, you're coming along for the company, and it's not going to be your jam, but. What if it's kicking a ball? What
Soccer,
if it's
the simulators are set up for multiple sports.
Well, I remember
they give you the ball.
I played dodgeball with like some zombies on a court. That was kind of cool. You throw the ball at the zombies.
Zombie dodgeball.
Zombie dodgeball.
I like it.
It was great.
I like it a lot.
This thing, man, the kids would love that too.
Hey, we were talking 2 more things. I know this is a little bit late, but today I had a meeting, and the lady I met with, we were just talking and passing at the end of the meeting. And she has purchased and has 2 Florida State Georgia Tech football tickets in Dublin for the game in Dublin, and she can't go. She cannot go.
I need to put that on the airwaves.
If anyone out there is interested in 2 tickets, I think she just wants the ticket price. Travel situation, she cannot go.
Right.
2 tickets to Florida State Georgia Tech, which is 16 days. I know it's closing in, but you can get squared away, right? Travel in 16 days.
Oh, it's tight. It's tight. It's not that it's not tight, Terry.
You can get it. So reach out to me on any of our social platforms if you're interested, and I'll hook you folks up. Number 2, I mentioned we will be at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill for the 3rd anniversary party of the wonderful restaurant. This coming Monday, want to thank Four Score Golf, our Monday sponsor, letting us go, and also our title sponsor that's helping us get over there. Florida Power Equipment. When you are thinking Bobcat, Bad Boy, Greenworks, some of the best manufacturers in the business, the best ones, Florida Power Equipment.
Got them all.
They are a authorized dealer for those great brands. If you need a big 0-turn mower, a medium size, a small one, commercial, residential, all that. You got a field, you got a farm, you got a garden, you've got whatever. You've got a commercial or residential property. You cannot go wrong. Florida Power Equipment. My buddy Dave Farmer owns the company, 2 locations, one in Jacksonville on Beach Boulevard and one in Gainesville. They are our title sponsor, helping us get over there on Monday. We want to thank Florida Power Equipment. Again, 2 locations, Jacksonville and Gainesville. They are helping us scoot over there. I would love to go to Dublin. My biggest problem is, Patrick, I cannot not find my passport. For a couple of years, and I started to get on and do the report. You really need to report them lost.
Yeah.
And I got down a rabbit hole. I got all confused, and I'm hoping it'll turn up. But with Kendall moving out, my daughter's moved out, which is cool. I'm missing her. I've started really purging, and I've looked. There's a couple more things I'm going to look. Okay. And if not, I got to go ahead and hers was. I had mine and hers.
Oh wow.
Can't find. And I'm going to have to finally say lost. I don't know what.
I think it costs.
Oh, it does.
It is expensive to get a replacement.
But I went on US Gov or whatever it is several months ago, and I started going, okay, Terry, you're not going to find them. But, man, there was a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah,
it was asking for, like, addresses from the last 5 or 10 years.
Oh, my gosh.
And I'm like, where am I going? What? Wait, what? I don't know what I had for lunch today, much less where did I, your last.
It's tough when you got to find those, and I lived overseas. So a lot of the places, they have very weird addresses. And I'm like, and I couldn't provide an employer number. The owners of the team are not going to talk to these people.
Sure.
They've got a million things to do than worry about my passport. And
Yeah. And, you just worry that your passport's falling into some unscrupulous hands. Next thing you know, Patrick got a guy I think wants to buy a book. He says, Patrick, are you going to be at Bricks tomorrow? It sounds like he wants to come by and buy a book.
That's the plan.
And Patrick, can I say you'll have some of these?
Yeah, I always have them on me.
By the way, you got to sign 10 for our people that have bought tickets to sit at our table on Monday in Gainesville. By the way, we've got 3 tickets left. I think 3 left. If you want to sit with Patrick, your table, my table.
It's gonna be a lot of guys there.
I think your mom's going to sit at my table.
She probably will.
I think she will want to sit at my table.
I'm sure she will.
She sat at your table for a long time.
It won't hurt my feelings.
She sat at your table a lot of times.
That's fine.
And she said, "Get your elbows off the table, Patrick. Use your
a
napkin.
lot of that.
Use your napkin, Patrick. Don't.
Oh my gosh.
Close your mouth when you chew, Patrick. Right? Am I hitting it right?
Yeah, you're hitting it right. I'm sure.
Right.
My dad was on me too.
Yes, he was. Wow, what a fun show. Let's take a break, come back. We'll land the plane. We'll wrap it up. Busy Thursday, the way we like them, coming to you from our Thursday home. Of course, you know it by now. Sliders Oyster Bar in Neptune Beach.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville.
It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air.
It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who is coming to your house. You know they will be well trained and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at BoldCityAC.com.
Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. BoldCityAC.com. And they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs.
Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at BoldCityAC.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
All right, welcome back here. The Young and Norvelle Show coming to you from our Thursday location. I'm going to try and walk through all of our locations. We have all 5 days sold now, and we're excited about it as we'll welcome Patrick right back on the air. Boy, this place is filling up quick, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It was
happy hour, dinner time.
Pretty empty, and then 5 o'clock hit, and then now it's that time. Too.
Yeah, good time. Good fun time. Thursday, too, is kind of, are you a guy? I am. Thursday kind of is my start of the weekend. Are you that guy?
Friday Junior. You're thinking about
Friday.
Sometimes you think, like, what can I push off to not have to do so I can get off sooner?
Exactly.
And I'm excited about that. But we're gonna be at Brick Shacks Beach tomorrow at 4 to 6. You can swing by.
Come on down on that end of the beach.
Come on down. I'm gonna be indoors, so don't worry about that. The heat. We're gonna be all right.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. About 10 minutes left here. I'm gonna save a lot of these topics, man. I've got some funny.
You might want to change. or add to them or something.
Yeah, we
like
will.
That with what's
we will.
Gonna happen.
But I'm gonna save some of these instead of blow through these. We've got a lot of Olympic news and notes, some Major League Baseball news and notes. Boy, the Braves are on another skid. They've lost 4 in a row, and
opportunities right there.
The season is dwindling, where you can't have many 4 losses in a row. The Braves are barely hanging on to that third wild card spot. I mean, by their fingertips.
Yeah, half a game
now.
up or something like that.
Yeah, they are really hanging on.
It.
So I'll tease this a little bit, and tomorrow, if we get a chance, the most publicized at bat in Major League Baseball this year will happen Saturday. It'll be the most covered, at least the first at bat, and I hope they match up 4 times. Any thought who it will be? It'll be Saturday.
Paul Skeens.
It'll be Paul Skeens on the hill, scheduled to go for the Pirates.
Isn't that Shohei again, huh? Yeah.
They've yet to face each other in the regular season. They did the All-Star game.
Oh, okay. That was it.
Yeah. They faced one time, and I think he grounded out or what have you. But coming up Saturday, the Pirates and Paul Skeens is scheduled to go on Saturday in L.A. against the Dodgers, against Shohei. That'll be the biggest at-bat of the season.
Without doubt, yeah.
At the point.
Star v. Star?
Yeah.
Star v.
Star v. Star.
Superstar v. About to be, superstar. He's already star, but superstar is like right there.
And I know I said I was going to hold a lot of this stuff, but let me get a couple things
out. What do you want to get on? I'm sure there's one thing we can get on.
What?
I'm sure there's one of your topics we can talk about.
Here's a couple guys I just wanted to cover, and they've done nothing. They've only played 2 games. But this morning I just said, what the heck? How's Jack Caglione doing? And how's Big Chris Condon, the 2 big home run hitters for the Gators and the Dogs who've been drafted high? Caglione has played 2 games. They're both in like high A ball. Caglione, 2 for 7, 1 double, 1 strikeout in 2 games. Okay, had a double.
I know he went his first game. He had a 4-kick game in 1 game recently.
Did he?
Yeah, Charlie Condon had a 4-kick.
Condon. What's funny you said that. Condon, 2 games. He's 4 out of 9. He has hit a double. He's hit a home run. He struck out 3 times. That's one of his things in 2 games. So they're just getting started. It's going to be fun to track those 2 guys.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's crazy, man. Like, how much time off between getting drafted to actually playing? Not much at all.
Well, a lot of it, Patrick, has to do with your negotiation.
Yeah.
Getting drafted is one thing, but you got to then. Yeah, I mean, there have been holdouts and there have been dragouts, and then there's been just quick.
Seems like these 2 guys got it done pretty quickly, fairly quickly.
Yeah, and a lot of it's slotted and all, but I think you can get into arguments about signing bonuses and things like this.
Yeah, money up front, pretty much.
And keep in mind, he was never going to do this, but you also, your camp, if you're Caglione, for instance, I think Condon as well, they both could go back to college. So they
could.
Well, I mean, they could have. It's time.
Oh, gotcha.
They're draftable,
but
But don't think that doesn't come up in the living room when you and your agent are talking to the 2 guys from the team, and they go, "Yeah, we don't love this. You know what? You've got us. Our guy may just go back to Florida, and good luck drafting him again. You may miss him.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I didn't realize that. Yeah. In the negotiation, so you get drafted, and you don't like. It doesn't mean that you have to go.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you're out. I mean, you're played all 4 years of college.
Right. If you have another
senior,
remaining.
which is why most guys, when they become 3rd year out of high school, that's the time, because you've got that little bit of a, same thing kind of with the high school kid. Think about the high school kid. You're a high school kid. You can get drafted out of high school, and then if you go to college, Division I, you got to wait 3 years.
Yeah, you got to wait 3 years.
So the high school kid gets drafted at 17 years old, gets drafted high. He's a hot shot shortstop at Atlantic Coast. There's some guys from Atlantic Coast. They go, hey, man, we think a lot of you. That's why we selected you in the second round. We think you're going to be a star. You're this, that. Here's what we're thinking. The high school kid goes, we were thinking some different numbers. We were thinking this. And you know what? I've already signed with Florida. I can just go to college.
Right.
Right? So they use that.
And now that there's NIL money,
yeah. That's why
you can get money.
That's one of the reasons all of your hotshot high school baseball guys, there are some guys that will never go to college. They're going to be drafted out of
Bryce Harper was one of those guys.
They're going to get drafted so high. You know it. They know it. They're advanced. They're never but they go ahead and sign with FSU or LSU or Texas A&M just to have it in the negotiating. Well, you know what? We don't love these numbers.
Right.
I tell you what, my man's going to go back and play big-time college ball. He'll advance his career because college ball now is great, right? High level.
Great. Oh, yeah.
And good luck drafting him. You got to get lucky to get him in 3 years. Somebody else going to draft him.
Yeah, somebody else.
So,
and you know, it's a gamble because that going to somebody else doesn't guarantee it's going to work out.
Yeah, definitely. What about the White Sox?
Oh, yeah.
God bless them. They snapped the 21-game losing streak, and I was hoping I woke up this morning to see that they had a streak. Because one game is not a streak, is it?
No, it's not.
Of course, they lost again. They lost again. Oh,
and they fired someone. They fired
the full. Yeah, and a bunch of the front office, which I'm not sure. I thought this was his first year. He's been there a couple years. Shame on me, but I don't know what the structure is. If you're just the manager and you have no input on roster,
right?
I'd be like,
yeah, that's not fair.
What do you say? The groceries and the meal? I mean, I can only make so much out of the meal.
Right, exactly.
If you bring in bad groceries, right? We're looking ahead a little bit, but Friday, August 23rd, I'm taking a one-day vacation. I'm going to Atlanta. I got friends that live up there. I'm going to spend the weekend with them. We're going to go see a Braves game. You're scheduled to host the show. One of the topics I think, and you can do anything you want, it's your show that day. I think you should, and we may see your buddy Denver Parler over at Florida, and he's tied to the basketball. I think you had a great idea about the big 7'9" kid.
Getting one of those guys on the show.
What needs? He's 7'9".
Yeah.
What needs does he present?
Yeah.
What obstacles does the Florida basketball program have to consider?
A dorm room cannot accommodate.
Olivier, whatever his name is.
Olivier
Rue. But yeah, that was a great. I think you need to get one of your UF contacts that would know stuff about that, and that would be fascinating. I mean,
let me see what he's got on the 23rd. I'll text him right now.
I mean, can he get in the shower? I mean, the shower head.
He can get in the shower. It's the same. The bed, showers are the same.
Yeah, the bed. What about him flying, Patrick?
Yeah.
He's 7'9". I mean, you had to be cramped at 6'10". He's 7'9", just flying. Here's another thing I wanted to ask you, Patrick. We only got 3 minutes to go. With regard to Olivier, the 7'9" kid, he's not going to play next year, most likely, this coming basketball season, right? He's a project. He's a preferred walk-on. With that said, he's 7'9" tall. You played in front of crowds. Crowds can be vicious. And I've been to a lot of college basketball games, nowhere near, but I've been to a lot.
Yeah.
When the visiting team runs out, if there's an extra short kid, even if he's a starter, he gets picked on.
Oh, yeah.
If there's a heavy kid, he gets picked on by the fans.
Oh, my gosh.
Do you take this guy on the road to experience it, or do you say, man, let's wait? Because when a 7'9" guy runs on the court.
I don't think a coach worries about that unless the team actually goes over the limit or like fans go over the line.
Yeah.
I don't think.
But you know where I'm going, right?
Yeah,
when a 7'9" guy runs out at Baton Rouge in Tuscaloosa for warm-ups, he's going to catch it.
Because they know he's not playing, so I don't but you can't put anything past fans nowadays. They get nasty, man.
They really do.
They can get real nasty.
They really do. Anyway, what a fun show.
They do the research. They research it. They find
They really
stuff.
do.
Oh, they find everything they can.
I said, what a fun show today, Patrick. What would we be feeling if they had lost? The United States men's basketball team had lost.
Yeah, I would be feeling differently.
LeBron
had a triple-double.
He did?
Yeah. Yeah, and Embiid was
at the end though. I didn't see him
18 or 19 points. He was 8 for 11 shooting. He had a great game. Embiid had a great game. Obviously, Steph was the anchor today, and then LeBron just did LeBron things. He got a triple-double, got those 10 assists.
He had a big bandage over his eyelid.
He must have got hit.
He must have taken one.
Yeah.
He made a big play. He made a 3-point traditional play at the end of the half.
Yeah, that was big time.
And he went, you're not big enough for me, boy. And I said, you got to win now, LeBron.
Yeah, you got to win.
You got to win because he showed it off at the end of the half.
LeBron, you're 6'8", 250 plus. Like anyone that's not your same size, that's what's going to happen. You better score over them.
Buddy texts that says to this day he still has trouble with the understanding the Major League draft. It can be a little confusing. And what do they have? They have that, like the NFL, that little slot. There's the first round, and then there's that compensatory in between. There's the in between first and second round, and all these crazy things, man. I don't know. I never had to worry about that. Never got drafted.
Yeah. I would have got drafted if I played one more year baseball. I don't later round for sure, but Jeff Driscoll got drafted.
Yeah.
I would have gotten drafted.
Yeah, nice.
If I finished out high school.
I like it. Let's
all about potential.
Yeah.
A team would take a chance on me late in the round, 6'9", throwing. Even if I was throwing high 80s, they still take a chance on me. They got nothing to lose.
Let's get out of here. Been a fun one. Hope you enjoyed it. I know we enjoyed bringing it to you from Sliders Oyster Bar. Tomorrow, Bricks Jack's Beach. Hope you're around 4 to 6. We'll be live down there. Hope to see you. Make sure you follow it on the stream. That'll wrap it up. Have a great Thursday, everybody.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnik Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnik never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnik Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from.
My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer. You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com, and while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.